Okay, so it is July 15, 2026, and once again, we've heard Charles Perry's meetings this morning. Um, they've discussed how can we make her go live in a hotel? How can we get her at the gym and not get caught? The gym's not happy that she hasn't been because she doesn't feel safe there, that they're not able to provide a safe environment for her. And that looks bad on them, and they're mad at us because we got caught again, which means we're risk, nothing but risk. And, get her in a hotel, make her move, cause a problem. We've applied the but-for causation standard with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. If we can just get somebody to sit her down and talk to her and tell her, you can't do what you're doing. Actually, I can. You, Judge Egan, Judge Parker, Judge McClendon, Steve Kuntzwiller, FBI George, FBI Keith, you are not in the need to know. You have no idea the information that we have. We only put out little bits of it. There's a fuck ton more you know nothing about that is heard in a different courtroom. There's exigent circumstances. You're very dangerous people. They try to protect the integrity of the investigation while protecting life, unlike Judge Egan, who doesn't give a shit, and Judge Parker, who doesn't give a shit about life. We do. Okay, so we're in front of some other judge who gave court orders to do what we do. These are not known to you. These are not known to Judge Egan. These are not known to Judge Parker. They're not known to any of you. We've gone to great lengths to keep it a need to know for a reason. You interfere and butt into everything. It is illegal to do what you're doing. Human trafficking and kidnapping and false imprisonment and pandering and prostitution and RICO Act violations, all that's illegal. The guys have evidence that they take into a court to show probable cause to believe you are criminals. You are committing a crime. You are interfering with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery of lease agreements of a home and a car, or a contract. Mr. Perry, every contact gets me more. Every loss and problem gets me more, sir. That is how that's been for 15 years. It has never been up to you, sir. You're giving us more to get. When you sit down and you start having a conversation about what injury you can cause to me, what contract you can interfere with, what relationship you can interfere with, what problem you can interfere with, what you can take next with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery, or what corrupt cop you can get to do what, or this guy you can get to say in court this, that's not true, and you know it's not true. Willful, intentional deception and fraud upon a court. Over and over and over. You are expressing intent to commit a crime against me. We get it. Every contact, every problem, every loss. Loss of privacy, loss of key relationships, loss of time, loss of money, loss of property. And you owe me damages, and there's interest compounding daily. You've caused injury to Dennis, my son, and the same thing applies to him. Now, I'm going to say it for the last time. You don't know right now what we can and cannot do. No one does. It is a need to know. You are under investigation. They are going to put you in jail. You have made people not like you. The more cruel you get and the more creepy you are, the easier it has become to get information, to put you in jail and get a conviction. The more cruel you are, the more creepy you are, the easier it gets to get information, because nobody likes you because you do that. Nobody likes you. I don't like you. I don't want a thing to do with you. And nobody likes you. They're not helping you, they're helping us. We get the help, you don't. It has never mattered what you think. It has never mattered what you pretend and daydream and imagine. It has never mattered what you understand or don't understand. We get the information either way. You have not been able to interfere with this. I told you in 2016 things would be different this time. Every day since then, we've shown you it's different this time. You are not getting away with it this time. You run around and you brag to anybody who will listen Look at what we can do and get away with. Look what we can do and get away with. Look what we can do and get away with. That becomes intel in a criminal case. Let's just tell her she can't talk to her kids until she tells us who these guys are. That is not legal. We will get the information. The more problems you cause, the more loss you cause. That means time with my children. I'm not taking care of my son and you're causing him to get worse. So that's about 10 charges every day for every single person involved with that. It isn't up to you. We get the help with that effort to put a stop to the suffering you're causing. You are not getting even a name. And you all are really confused about that. Extremely confused about that. If you cause me a problem, if you cause me a loss, if you try to contact me or my family, it will cost you intel, like all these names. You have not even one name, much less anything else we have. Nothing at all. Nobody likes you. They don't want to help you. They want you to be in jail so the cruelty and the suffering stops, so that the harassment stops. It's been this way 15 years. It isn't up to you. It has never in 15 years been up to you. We decide, not you. We decide, it's our intel, we own it. We decide, you do not. Let's cause a problem so she has to go to a hotel. Let's get her at the gym. When we got that, it wasn't up to you. We decide what to do with it, not you. Never in 15 years did you decide what to do with our intel, or how we got it, or when we got it. It has never been up to you. We have always controlled it, and you have not. And you seem very confused about that. You are making buffoons of yourselves right now. You're making a buffoon of yourself, Charles. You, Charles Perry, have made a complete buffoon, ass of yourself. It hasn't mattered what you thought. It hasn't mattered what you understand or don't understand. That's not our problem. Never has that been our problem. We get the intel either way. We decide, not you. We've always controlled the flow of information, and you have not. And you act like you think it's the other way around. And you've made a complete buffoon ass of yourself in doing so. It is embarrassing. You show your mental deficiencies that you're not embarrassed at all. Nothing embarrasses you. Your conduct is offensive and abhorrent to all normal people. Outside your little club of strango is everybody else who cannot stand you, and they won't help you. They don't want to help you, they want you gone. And you're not getting that. It's not clicking for you. And you show your mental deficiencies that you cannot get it. You're not grasping the concept. You abhor people. You will horrify people. They don't like you. They want you gone. So nobody will help you. Not even with one name. Why can't you get that? You've made people not like you with your cruelty. You, Charles Berry, made everybody hate your guts with your cruelty, and you're creepy. You're very creepy. Most guys try not to be creepy. You seem to try to be creepy. Every contact, every problem, every loss gets me more. Every contact, every problem, every loss gets me more. Not you, me. I get the help with information, you get told on, and 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 told on. And you get made fun of a lot too behind your back, by the way. Because you've embarrassed yourself, you've made a buffoon of yourself, and you act like you have no idea, not a clue, that that's what you're doing. It's embarrassing for you. Very embarrassing for you. Very embarrassing for you. After we have all this, okay, we have all these names to your none. Zilch. Nothing. Nothing. None. Not even one name in 15 years. That is a decade and a half. We got all these names of your people I've not met. I don't know them from Adam. From right up under your noses while you sat there and pretended you're not under investigation. And imagined and daydreamed that you're not under investigation. It was not up to you. In 15 years, a decade and a half, it is not up to you. But every contact, every problem, and every loss gets me more. Because you're causing an injury. You're creating damages, now with interest, compounding daily, to me and my son. The interest compounds daily. The damages are horrific and unimaginable. You made people not like you when you caused them. You don't get names, I do, because of it. Nobody will help you interfere with what we're doing. They haven't in 15 years. They are not going to help you. You needed a favor from my boss. You needed him to call you. He does not need to talk to you. He can talk to you when he handcuffs you. He doesn't need to talk to you now. He will talk to you when he handcuffs you. My supervisor, my boss, is more than happy to introduce himself and talk to you when he handcuffs you. He's offered to do you a favor and call you before, only to answer your questions. You intended to ask him for a favor. You pissed him off because he told you what to do if you wanted to speak to him. You can ask him for all the favors you want. That does not mean he will give them to you. There's never been a promise to cover up. This is not give me my money and we'll cover this up. This is you owe me money because you caused damages, you caused loss, and you will pay me back or we will get it in restitution. Okay? We'll take it back. That's how that works. That's what courts are for. That's what justice system is for. You have violated me in every civil suit there is. You violated me in a traffic court case. You violated me in an eviction case. You violated me in Mike Neely's trial. You violate me in the privacy of my home. You owe me money for that. It is a cost of damages, lost property, lost key relationships, lost reputation, lost time, lost money, lost property. There's no quid pro quo here. There's no, I'll cover it up if you pay me back what you owe me. Nope. Absolutely not. You owe me the money, you're going to pay it one way or the other. You do it or we do it, that's your only choice. And if we have to do it, it will likely cost you at least double because there's court processes and legal processes involved with that are expensive. You're going to do it or we're going to do it for you, and that is all there is to it. And the interest is compounding daily for me and Dennis, both. That's not up to you. None of this is up to you. We have always controlled the flow of information. None of it is up to you. It's our intel we decide, not you. Don't, you can make a buffoon and act like you're confused about that. It's not my problem, is it? Every contact, every problem, every loss gets us more. Because in doing all that, you're giving us more to get. In doing that, you're giving us more to get. So we got these names, we got your code words. No other victim has this kind of stuff. I'm not a victim, maybe. Why do I have it? What I do is dictated by another court and law enforcement, and it's not up to you. You don't decide what I can and cannot do. Your very dangerous exigent circumstances have applied in many situations. You have no knowledge of that. Judge Egan doesn't have any knowledge of that. Judy Parker, Trey McClendon, Judge Hanson, Judge none of them know anything about that. They're not in the need to know. They're excluded. You're excluded. The one part of my life that you can't get to ruin is ruining you. And you act like you have no idea. Every contact, every problem, every loss. 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 420 pages of never-ending scrolling. This is the new one. Where I live isn't up to you, and if you cause a problem, I'll get intel. You caused a problem. You caused a loss. Where I live is none of your business. Every time you make me move, things get worse for you. There's a reason for that. It will come out of your ass every time you cause me a loss. You have my word, I promise. What he told you to do, don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her or her family. She'd better not be broke and have problems and lost because of you. Comply with the law, or I'm going to do it for you. Don't ask me for a favor and expect a yes when you tell her no. You tell her no, your answer from us is no. That's all there is to it. We say it and then we show you. And then we say it and then we show you. And then we say it and then we show you. We told you in 2016, things are much different this time. This is hardball. You're used to Pee-wee. You're used to little teenage girls you dug out of a ditch. This is not that. You don't know what you took on when you decided to pick a fight with me. I did move twice, uprooted myself and my son, away from people we knew, away from, establishing some stability and jobs and the school and friends. And we left it all twice to go to a whole new place and start all over again, interrupted my son's education, lost home after home after home to get away from you and not have a fight. You go where I am, you cause a problem. Let's cause a problem for her at the gym so it's not safe for her to be there. Interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. Let's kick her out of Chardonnay and interfere with the lease contract with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. Let's take her car away from her and interfere with a car contract with intent to, interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. Let's make her go back to a hotel and interfere with a contract or a commerce or whatever with intent to human coerced human trafficking delivery. Let's make her broke so she can't pay her bills and interfere with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. Let's intend to cause a problem, state specifically what problem we intend to cause, what our motive is, and how we intend to cause that. Let's make her sick so she has to go to a hospital where she's going to be too weak to fight us, and we can kidnap her, but first let's get her on welfare so we can steal her welfare benefits and Medicaid benefits. Wow. Lots of intentions expressed to commit a harm and an injury and a crime against me, to cause suffering intentionally, willfully. While you're under investigation, no less, you say all this. When we get it, it is not up to you. When we get the information, it's not up to you. It's not been up to you for 15 years. McNamara email was the first you know of, but it was not the first. That's only the first you know about. When we got that, it wasn't up to you. Nothing on this blog that we got is up to you. You've not decided that we can have it. It was never up to you. If you don't understand that, it's not my problem. We get the intel either way. We decide what to do with it either way, whether you understand what I'm saying or not. And the reactions and the responses that you give every time, every contact, every problem, every loss gets us more. I'm going to do it more. Your investors bought this for us. Your investors paid for this. People that you went to and you promised them money in exchange for investing in human trafficking, a risk-free investment. Now they're mad because you have failed. Because I told you in 2016, you are picking a fight with someone who will crush you like a bug You're about to see things you've not seen before. You don't know who you picked a fight with. I think you poked a bear that might be a little bigger than yours. See, I can get names and you can't, sir. Your failure to grasp reality is outrageous and embarrassing. And you act like you don't know that. And again, not my problem. You have blind spots because of it. Because you failure to grasp reality and sit there and daydream and harass people all day and creep everybody out and piss everybody off all day long has gotten you this using your investors' money, other people's money. You don't care if you get caught. You don't care if it costs us our lives. You don't care if it costs your investors their life savings. You don't care. You give no fucks at all. So when you ask people to care about how you feel or what you want, no fucks are given for you either. Right back at you. Right back at you. You don't matter. Remember I told you in 2016, you do not matter anymore. I do. Dennis does. The victims do. Not you. Watch this. 420 pages of never-ending scrolling came in as a result of your failure to grasp reality and understand the words we said back then. At that point, we already had the McNamara email, which no other victim had. I already had the Fabian puzzle that I got in jail when you false imprisoned me. And it wasn't up to you. And while you sit there and daydream and pretend we get information from right up under your nose, then you run around and say, how'd she find out about that? How'd she get that? How'd she know to do that? How'd she know not to do that? And it's the same thing every day. Everything is a repeat. We always just repeat ourselves over and over and over and over and over. Once we have it, we have it. Once it's out, it's out. Do we have to repeat ourselves because you did? Alzheimer's? We only need you to say it one time. After that, we have evidence of mens rea, malicious aforethought, premeditation, you stated intent to cause an injury to me with intent to coerce. Subordination of perjury, you want to coerce perjury, you want to coerce human trafficking, delivery. You want to gain a profit financially for you and Tony and your investors. Using law enforcement and taxpayer resources, using the courts and taxpayer resources, using things you have no business using. And you've made people not like you because you're cruel, so you're not going to get a name ever. When he arrests you, he'll give you a name then. When he's putting your handcuffs on, he'll tell you who he is then. You wanted a favor, and you wanted to call and ask him questions. In order to get you off my back, he agreed to that. If you got off my back, you have to first can't invade her privacy. You can't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form. Get a fucking life, weirdo. Get a life. Comply with the law like the rest of us. She cannot be broke. She cannot have problems and loss because of you. She cannot be broke because of you. You have to give it back and you have to get out, or I will not talk to you because I don't need to. I will talk to you when I handcuff you. If you want a favor and you're going to sit and harass her all day and give me the middle finger and show disrespect and insult me, you're not going to get to talk to me before I put handcuffs on you. And that's all there is to it. He decides. He's the decision maker. Nobody else. Judge Egan doesn't know all the information we have. It's here. And this isn't the half of it. She doesn't know what the other judges have heard or what their orders state. She is part of the investigation. Okay, so is Judy Parker. And that's not my problem. We get intel no matter what you believe or understand or pretend or imagine. It isn't up to you. It's never been up to you. In 15 years, you can't get anybody to give you even one name because you made everybody not like you with your cruelty, and you're very, very, very creepy. So I'm not going to talk anymore. This ought to do it. If that doesn't help you understand what's happening for real, not what you pretended, not what you imagined, not what you daydream, this is what's really happening. This is what we're doing. Yes, I can do it. See, I'm doing it now. It isn't up to you, none of you. You cannot tell me you can't talk to your kids unless you obstruct justice and give us information it's illegal for you to give us. Break the law. I mean, you can try, but you won't like what the guys do to you if you try to do that. You're not going to like what they do to you if you try to kidnap me. You're not going to like what they do. You don't like what they do to you when you take from me. You take, we take. You took my privacy. They got court orders and got in your privacy. So I know there's a Judge Egan problem and a Judy Parker problem. There's no way I could have this if you weren't under investigation and if I didn't have help. I'm not fired. You're pissing my boss off. You insulted him, and you showed great disrespect to him. You don't get a favor if you act like that. You don't give somebody the middle finger, slap them in the face, and then ask them for a favor and expect to get one. Okay, you've had 6 years. For 6 years, he said, you may not invade her privacy. You may not contact her or her family at all. You can't tell her family about your dirty little secrets and they get mad at him. If you think they leaked when you killed our dad, did that stop leaks? No. We're not quoting our family, we're quoting you, dumbass. You know, if you're too dumb to figure out who we're quoting, you should at least be able to tell who we are not quoting. Dumb David. You got it wrong every time. You got it wrong every time. Dennis can't tell on you if he's in flatlining and he's dying, can he? Or having convulsions and projectile vomiting. He can't talk to me or anybody. So that wasn't your leak, dumb David. You're so dumb, David. What'd your guy tell you? What you've done in a decade and a half all day, every day, did not work. If it did not work, it failed. If you're doing this to feed your ego and you just want to try one more thing, how does 15 years of fail, all you did is piss him off? That's all you did. All you did is get her a whole lot more intel because you pissed him off. And your thing didn't work. It failed. If it didn't work, that means it failed. So for 15 years, you do that all day, every day to feed your ego. How does 15 years of complete fail feed your ego, David? Everybody wants you to answer that question. And Charles, too. Both of you, answer the fucking question. Who all has the information? What are they going to do with it? When are they going to do it? And how pissed off did you want them to be when they do it? Well, you pretend there's nobody investigating you. We're getting what you just said. All day, every day. Let's cause a problem so she has to go to a hotel. Let's cause a problem so she gets kicked out of her apartment. Let's cause a problem so she loses her car and her driver's license. Let's cause a problem so she loses all her property. Let's cause a problem so she doesn't have relationships with her friends and family anymore. Let's cause a problem and another problem and a loss and another loss. And then you pay. It comes out of your ass with intel. We will use the intel to put you in jail. My boss will meet you when he handcuffs you. See you in court. You didn't want the call. You didn't want the favor. You wanted to creep everybody out, piss everybody off, and harass people all damn day. If you wanted a talk with my boss, you would have done what he said 6 years ago. Give it back. Get the fuck out of her life. Stay the fuck out of her life, and only then will I call you. And you got right back to the harassment immediately. Every time we said it. You go right to the next plan. Well, we caught that. Then you go to the next plan. And then, well, we caught that. And then you start repeating the same thing. Well, let's have her pulled over. Well, but we caught that. We've talked about it about 1,500 times now. About 1,500 times now. a targeted illegal pullover to harass me. Charles is typing in my phone that he cloned. I'm having you pulled over and arrested, asked to talk to me, call me. Oh no, I would call my guys, I wouldn't call you. Look what they can do. You can't even get a name. See, we're the cool kids, sir. You made people not like you. Misogyny isn't popular. Corruption's not popular. There's a Me Too movement to prove that. Gender discrimination's not popular. This is the 21st century. Get off Noah's Ark, dum-dum. People don't like you because you are cruel to women and children. Or young people a third your age. Or someone in a hospital or little old man dying anyway. So, it comes out of your ass. When you take, we take. You cause problems, we cause problems. You ruin, we ruin. If you think it's funny to go around ruining people, including your own investors, including them too, you're giving them the middle finger just as much as you're giving my boss the middle finger, then, and you think that's funny, well then when we ruin you, it's going to be funny. Everybody laugh. Right? Right back at you. Don't be in the kitchen, you can't handle the heat. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. Okay, you don't get to act like you're acting like you think you're the victim. Get your thumb out of your mouth, put your little binky down, put your big boy pants on, take your diaper off, and act like a man. Act like a man. You made people not like you. And that's all there is to it. And here's the evidence of that. We get the help, not you. We get the help, not you. We get the help, not you. Somebody in D.C., did they not tell you, sir? Can he not leave her alone for 2 weeks? Everything he's done up to now for the past 15 years isn't working. Or they wouldn't be calling me. They want me. Somebody in the White House, I understand. There's a lot of people in the White House, so I don't know who you talk to. The guys didn't tell me that. What they told me is that there was a conversation with this individual. And this individual said, they're calling me, wanting me to clean up their mess and call her boss, you, and get her fired and get you guys to back off. And what I told them is, I can't do that when you're pissing them off all the time, and you need to tell me who it is I'm supposed to call. Now, clearly he already knew because he talked to my boss, but he's not going to tell you that. It's a need to know, dum-dum. People want y'all gone. You cause too much trouble, you cause too many problems for a lot of people. Powerful people don't like problems. Can you not watch the news and see how people are dealing with the Jeff Epstein thing and come to that conclusion on your own? Powerful people do not like problems. The guy said, this is the goddamn White House he's calling with this. That little twerp can't control himself. All they've done is inflame the situation by pissing y'all off, pissing her off. And I can imagine, as a parent, top of the list of things pissing everybody off is what they're doing to her kid. Why did they do that? What is wrong with people that do that? What were they thinking? What were they? They can't undo that one. They can't explain it away either. Why did they do that? Why are they still doing it? I need 2 weeks. He said, what I told them is, I need 2 weeks. That he leaves her the fuck alone. She'd better not be broke. She'd better be with her kid. Give those kids whatever they want. Give her whatever she wants. Leave her alone for 2 weeks. So I can get her people calmed down. Maybe they'll at least then talk to me. Because you're asking me to call somebody with, who do I call? Give me a name. So then they call again in March. Because from November to March, they still just pissed everybody off all damn day. And nobody's helping them with a name. She's quoted my people. I need to know who this is and what they got. What they're doing. There's no treason. There's no military secrets being sold here. This is crime fighting. Your crime. Little pussy. Your crime. You are abhorrent. You're abhorrent to that guy too, by the way. That's why he's talking to my people. What he said, he told you guys, is we have to distance ourselves from you. If you can't control yourself for just 2 weeks and calm everybody down, stop pissing them off, quit harassing her. She can't be broke, and she has to be with her kid, and you can't harass that kid anymore. You got to leave these people alone for 2 weeks. Because all you've done is inflame and inflame and inflame. And your way's not working. You're going to do it my way. Do what they told you to do. Give it back and get out. Or I'll distance myself from you. Because I need to be able to talk to them about what's going on here. So they did distance themselves from you and talk to my guy. And we found out about all that. You are making people hate you. You are making people not like you. Doesn't matter what you understand. We get the intel either way. We repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. You cause a problem, every contact, every problem, every loss. Every problem, every contact, every loss. Every contact, every problem, every loss gets us more. Because it's all about the contacts and unwanted contact, the problems and the loss you're causing. You express intent to cause more. And then some more. And you get caught on one, and everybody goes, oh shit, she found out. Okay, so next plan. Okay, next plan. Oh, she caught that too. Next plan. Oh, they got that too. Okay, next plan. Okay, well, let's go back to this one we already talked about. Let's try that one again. Oh shit, she got it again. 1,500 conversations about us trying to do a targeted pullover. Since we were voyeurs, we are watching in her house. We know when she's going to go to the grocery, what she ran out of, which store she'll go to, when she's going to the gym or work or wherever, because we're watching her get ready to go. So we know about which route she takes, and we can have an officer sitting there. Now in Tulsa, the guys are like, they got a Tulsa police officer sitting on Admiral, waiting to pull you over on your way to work to take you to the airport. Listen to this. By the way, go south. Go on 21st. Way south. Way off the beaten path. So I did. Pretty soon they go, listen to this. And we hear the pilot. I've been cleared for takeoff. Where's Cindy? And he was told she's halfway to work. Oh, she found out again? Yeah, she found out again. Been this way 15 years. You ought to expect it by now, dumbass. Okay, and then there was another one. Hang on, I'll show you. Look at this. He just wants to cause a problem bad enough she'll call him. I have just had the most disturbing conversation with a person that I've ever had in my life. It was Charles Perry. I can't even imagine. What kind of monster even thinks like that? How hard on him. If he had said, he's called everybody and, oh, that's my wife, blah, blah, blah. I don't think she knows she's your wife. There's supposed to be consent here. And if she didn't consent, she's not your wife. Okay, you did a forgery is what you did. Okay, so, and somebody even made fun of you. If all you have to do these days to be married is just sign a woman's name on a piece of paper and pretend she didn't even have to like you. I'm married to Jennifer Aniston. If that's all you have to do, forge somebody's name. What an idiot. Wow. How creepy. How abhorrent and creepy is that he did that to her. Yeah. When did he pop the question? What was she wearing? What were you wearing? Where'd you go? What'd she say? What'd you say? Oh shit, you can't provide details because it didn't happen. You just forged something and thought that would work. Nothing you do works, sir. You know how I found out about it? You're under investigation and you pissed us off. You pissed a lot of people off. You made people not like you when you did that. No normal person could even think that shit up, much less do it. So this guy's like, had he made her life, really good and helped her finish college and at a good college and helped her get, with her career and helped her with a career she wants, I'm not going to be a nurse. I do not want to be a nurse. You're offering me a bag of throw up and shocked and dismayed. I don't want it. Also, you don't bribe me with my own money. You owe me money for the damages you've caused. It's not for a cover-up. This is not blackmail. This is you caused damages. For those damages, you owe me money with compounding interest daily. Part of those damages are $5,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home, for your entertainment and for profit, against my will without my consent. Cease and desist, or you agree to pay the bill. Judge Egan's not privy to that. That's not up to her. There's a whole nother courtroom making those decisions that have seen evidence of it. She has not. When you conceal evidence, Charles, or you start altering or deleting or changing, that is called an act showing consciousness of guilt. What are you hiding? Why are you hiding it? You might as well get an orange flag that says I'm guilty and wave it around everywhere. Because otherwise you wouldn't care. It is an act showing consciousness of guilt for which the courts give the proper weight, sir. They give it to the proper weight. Now, Judge Egan may not. She's also part of the investigation, so what she's doing isn't exactly what normal judges do, sir. That's in a different courtroom. What the normal judges do, what normal judges do. Okay? Where case precedence does actually matter, unlike Judge Egan's court. We've not seen it matter in her court. It's not my problem. It's never been my problem. That's her problem. She's got to deal with my boss on that. Okay, so the guy goes, if he had spoiled her rotten, and she's driving a really nice car, and living in a really nice house, and wearing really nice clothes, and getting her nails and her hair done at really nice places, and, you know, and she still rejected him, I'd feel bad for him. But that's not what he did. He spared no expense trying to ruin her, every part of her life. So, help her, not him. You calling here wasn't my help? Nope. Not when you act like that. I'm going to help her, not you. What kind of monster does that? What kind of absolute abhorrent monster does shit like that? I can't even fathom it. I cannot imagine it. I cannot even understand that. How dare he call me and ask for my help when that's the kind of shit he does to people? And I'm pretty sure she's not the only one. I think that she is the tip of the iceberg. And the guys were like, oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. So, this stuff, sir, has backfired on you. Every contact, every problem, every loss. It backfired on you. You harass all day. That backfires on you. You do it anyway. Do you like pissing everybody off on both sides because you piss us off causing me an injury or trying to, and harassing me all day, and contacting me after I've asked you to fuck off and don't contact me or my family? Move twice not to ever have to hear what you think again. I don't ask you what you think because I don't want to hear it. So you piss me and my people off doing that shit. And then you get caught. When you get caught, that pisses your people off. And your investors are livid. They want their money. You said it was a risk-free investment. So now you got both sides pissed off. And you've done that every day for 15 years. So don't tell us that's not your thing and you're not getting off on it. Because you're getting something out of it or you wouldn't do it. To your own detriment, to no avail, you do it anyway. To your own detriment, you do it anyway. It's costing you, and you do it anyway. You just don't care. Well, why wouldn't you care? Because you're getting off on it, aren't you? You get some sort of sick thrill pissing everybody off. Doesn't matter who it is, your side or mine, you don't care. Long as you get people pissed off. You've done it every day since the 15 years. No matter the cost to you or your investors. You're costing lives. You're costing people money. You're costing taxpayers money, you're costing your investors money, you're costing me money, you're costing my people money, and you just don't care. It's costing you money and time, and you just don't care. Your money buys us intel. And it hasn't bought another damn thing. Didn't buy a cover-up, it bought the truth. And you do it anyway. So you're getting something out of it, or you wouldn't do that. You just go rub one out. Excuse my language, but this guy's a sex criminal, a sex offender, so unfortunately that comes into play. That there's certain things that a sex deviant does and gets a thrill out of, and it causes harm to other people, which makes it criminal deviant. Not just deviant, criminal deviant. And unfortunately we got to talk about this when we're talking about that kind of crime. Getting everybody mad at him seems to be one of those things that he enjoys doing. Because if he didn't enjoy it, he wouldn't do it. He'd stop when it costs him intel. The intel to be used to put him in jail. He doesn't get a favor when you slap my boss across the face and give him the middle finger. Day after day after day after day after day. He'll tell you his name when he puts the handcuffs on you. How about that? That seems to be what you want. So even at the risk of that and the cost of all all the consequences you've been dealing with that you haven't had to deal with before. You got them now. You do it anyway, and you'll do more of it. So what are you getting? You're getting something out of that, or you wouldn't do that. Other people don't do that. Why do you do that? This was the other one. I was on my way home from work, and there was a place that I would turn left to go on a county road and get off the freeway. And there was a truck sitting in the way with hazard lights on. And the guys go around it. I went around it. And it shocked everybody. They thought that I would stay on the highway. So I have help. You act like I don't have help while you try to call around and find who my help is. So they had an ambush planned. I guess when I was going by the Hard Rock, they were supposed to have be pulled over. And then we get off the freeway and go down to the Hard Rock where there was supposed to be a bunch of, about 6, 7 corrupt Texas Rangers just ambush me and basically kidnap me. So this was twice you planned a kidnapping. And that was not, a couple years before you had planned several other kidnappings. You were trying to use the DoorDash app for organized crime. They love you as much as the gym people do. Try to get me, I got all these orders to go to the airport. Let's just get her to the airport. Let's kidnap her. So there's several times where you've been recorded, sir, talking about getting me to an airport to kidnap me. And Tim turns his transponder off when he kidnaps women so nobody knows where he takes them. Or so he said. Is that admission or a confession? I don't know. So, you do have the right to an attorney. Anything you say and do can and will be used against you in a court of law. Sir, you have the right to silence and go through your attorney. Remember the Miranda? These days, we're not even sure. When I was in college, this discussion came up. Should the Supreme Court give someone a pass on a technicality if they weren't properly Mirandized? Because at this point, you can't say you didn't know your rights, being that on every damn cop show on TV, going back for the last, fucking decade after decade, you got Hawaii Five-0, you had Rockford Files, you have, now it's CSI, you got Criminal Minds, you got Law and Order, you got all these TV shows where you hear the Miranda. Everybody knows Miranda. So should we really give people a pass if they weren't read their Miranda rights? I mean, I don't know. You can just watch a TV show and get read your Miranda rights these days. So that came up for a discussion. I think they've decided probably you still have to sign the waiver when you want to waive your right to counsel. But you certainly know your rights at this point. At your age, and as many times as I've said it, and every time it's on Law and Order, and every time it's on CSI Las Vegas, or all the stuff on CBS, you got FBI Files, Criminal Minds, now you got a CIA show. I mean, there's so many TV shows about cops and law and order, and you get in court, and you get the Miranda is heard again and again and again. You got it. We got it now. So in this day and age, you can't say you didn't know your rights. Anyway, they had this planned, and Tim's like, "Where's she? I've got my plane ready to go, but where's she?" Well, she found out again. We refuse to believe we're under investigation, and she has help. So we tried again and failed again because she found out again and got rerouted again. And we are about to use taxpayer resources to kidnap a woman and traffic her so we can all get our money and personally enrich ourselves and get our investors paid like Tony, since all these guys are pissed off that they gave us their life savings, told them it was a risk-free investment, and now it's risk all the time because we keep getting caught. Getting caught is risk. Now you're a risk. You got nothing but that to offer anybody at all. And everybody knows it but you. Okay, so this bullshit didn't work either, did it? What I did is I went on the county road. I went around that vehicle, and I shot the guys like shoot through the parking lot, go south, and you'll be home fine. And that's what I did, and I got home fine. That happens every day. Go this way, go that way, go here, go there. Get this when you went to this store, they put some poison contaminated something on the shelf, so don't buy this, buy this. Don't go to that store, go to this store. Here's how you get around it. How do they get that information? The thing is, they did get it. We do have it. And it wasn't up to you. Every contact, every problem, every loss, that is the crime. So we do get intel about your crime. Like we keep saying. You made people not like you. This is the evidence of it, because we can get information like this and you cannot. And you make a buffoon of yourself. And it doesn't matter what you pretend, or what you imagine, or what you make believe, or what you understand or don't understand, we get the intel either way. We told you until you give it back and get out, and do what my boss said in 2020, you may not invade her privacy, you sick little fuck. You may not contact her or her family. You don't go to her family and tell them all the horrible things you want to do, and then act like you think they're leaking. Don't tell them. We told you not to contact them. We're not quoting them, actually, though, as it turns out, we're quoting you, not them. If you're too stupid to tell who we're, you can't tell who we're quoting, you ought to be at least smart enough to be able to tell who we're not quoting. Mr. Perry, every contact gives me more intel to ruin you with in court. You have to want that, or you wouldn't contact me anymore. And you harass me and harass me and harass me, and you never shut up. I don't want to hear from you. And you're giving my boss the middle finger and showing great disrespect and insulting us both when you continue to contact me after you've been told repeatedly, I don't want to hear from you, stop contacting me. Stop it. Fuck off. You fucking weirdo, fuck off. Okay, we've repeated ourselves enough. 420 pages, everybody gets the point but you. Your mental impairment is showing like a motherfucker in your failed responses to what's happening and what we're seeing. I cannot and will not waste my time repeating myself for you again. We will see you in court. Period. That's it.